way of bashing me on the noggin with a rolling pin. Clunk enough people and we'll have a nation of lumpheads.
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Broadcasting online and around the world to a nation or nations of lumpheads, it's the Big Dumb Fun Show. Call us 888-832-7561. Be live on the air Mondays, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. The rest of the week, leave us a random-ass voicemail message.
Conga drum.
We might play it on the air.
In studio with Making Movies, everybody. Facebook.com/MKNGMVS. They hate the vowels, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't like those, even though we all have them in our names.
Yes. And they're on Twitter.com with the same thing, MKNGMVS. If you don't have a pen and paper while you're driving around out there, you'll just look at our Facebook.com/BigDumbFunShow, and you'll be able to pull them up. We're all linked in and tagging them, and same with the Twitter as well, Twitter.com/BigDumbFunShow. Juan-Carlos and Diego are just half of Making Movies. Where are the other guys tonight? Those lazy bones. Why couldn't they make it? You know they ain't got jobs.
They don't.
Oh, we'll have to get Dahlia off them because she loves her non-working men.
Yes.
Anyone that's pulling some government cheese, they can bring it. They can take that cheese and put it right in the House of Peace and Quiet.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they can do.
I'm breaking old habits.
Yeah. So where's Dreads and Brandon?
Dreads.
One of them's sick, and the other one is hanging out with his mom.
Well, that's cool. They'll be able to view the awesomeness of you guys on the show later in post.
That's right.
Now, you have the EP out, and we showed a little bit of this EP right here. This, and you really can't get that much of a good look at it, but you can definitely see it on your website, which is Making Movies, the band, makingmoviesband.com.
Right.
And you can pull that up. And but what I want to know about is the new stuff coming up. You've got a second full album.
That's right.
Coming out. Tell us a little bit about that.
Go ahead. You can talk a little bit, and I'll talk a little bit.
Okay. This year we got the chance to work with Steve Berlin from Los Lobos.
Nice.
He really we got to play with them, and
Did he reach
after the
out to
show,
you? He heard about you, or
we opened up a show for them, and he saw us there, and he reached out to us, and he said, "I would love to produce your next album," and we were. Just happened to be right in the time where we were starting to write our new stuff.
Did you say we need a dance to go along with a couple of these songs?
You know,
perhaps
we were thinking about doing a choreographed dance, maybe like a Macarena-esque
there you go,
thing.
yeah.
We don't know. We haven't worked it out.
Were you thinking about maybe, hey, you'd make this album with the guys from Los Lobos, and you'd go on tour with them?
Wouldn't that be awesome? You guys opening up, or they opening up for you?
Right.
Wouldn't that be
awesome?
nice?
But I think us opening up for them is awesome. We actually, Steve Berlin played on a couple tracks.
Oh, really?
He did. He played some flute and some sax. Nice. And then we actually opened up for them again in St. Louis in October.
Cool.
So.
Oh, you open up for Los Lobos?
Yeah, we'll be opening up for them again.
Yeah, when you're back in St. Louis.
Who were you playing in St. Louis?
Where? It's called Plush.
Venue called Plush.
It's a new venue called Plush.
You're everywhere. It's insane. But this is going to be released very soon, or when's that happening?
Probably in the next couple months. We want to say like around November, December.
Are you fine-tuning
maybe.
it right now? Or are you waiting for
actually, it's
already
it's completely done. I mean, the mastering's done. Now it's just making
waiting
sure
for
we're going to get
people to purchase it for stocking stuffers. I understand. Release it at Christmas, yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, our new CD, everybody.
In stores everywhere.
Amazon.com.
They're changing their name to Making Moolah.
Making Moolah.
That is the idea.
That's
more
right.
More money.
Well, and speaking of, on the EP, you can listen to a great deal of the track on the website, makingmoviesband.com. You can listen to some samples right there. You can sign up for some updates if they want to know like when this is out at the Best Buy that they can grab it. Are you going to release it on iTunes as well?
The new this EP is on iTunes, available right now. The EP is called Aguardiente, and then our next album, when we release it, we hope to do it full digital and physical copy too.
Well, cool. We are going to add this to our Spotify playlist. So folks that like the show, but they hate us talking, but they do like the music that we play. Which there's a great deal of folks out there like, man, I don't know where you find this music, but I love it. I hate you guys. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic.
We don't mind.
Here's a Spotify channel of all the artists that really inspire us. What inspires you?
Ooh, good question.
Besides, obviously, like Los Lobos.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're great.
I have a huge influence from my father on my father's side.
Was he a musician as well?
He was a musician. He played drums. he was in a band in Mexico, in Guadalajara, called the Spiders. You can look them up, and they were a big deal.
I'd rather not.
Well, you don't have to right now. But, yeah, they were a big deal. Yeah, I grew up playing drums, but then I got into the percussion about 13, 14 years old, and that's... But, yeah, he's always been a huge influence.
Now, this is a dumb question, but I'm full of them. What's the difference between sticks and playing like a bongo with your hands? Is it all about the beat, or is there something really like in your brain that has to change a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously your hands have to get used to it first of all because it'll hurt. But I'm actually better now at playing hand percussion than I am drums. I don't know, something about sticks that for me it's a little bit more tough. I mean, I still do. Like with timbales, you use sticks, but I
With
found
what?
the timbales. That's another percussion instrument.
Oh, I thought it was a food.
Oh.
No, not tamales.
Tamales?
Timbales.
I'll take two of them.
They sound delicious.
And so yeah, but I mean, you pick that stuff up, and it's a lot of fun.
I bet you. I'm reaching here. I bet you are super annoying. Like whenever you're bored, and people are just, and are you tapping on something?
Oh, you have no idea how much.
Does that start fights?
It's terrible.
I hit on a nerve, didn't I? Like because I'm the same. I don't play anything, but
Like,
I'm a tapper.
I'm so
right?
tired of hearing.
Well, and going back, making movies? How did that come about?
Well, the name comes from my brother when he his first memory of listening to music was back in Panama when he was like 3. He was enjoying a radio show and they used to play this hit by this band called the Dire Straits. And my dad's a big fan of the Dire Straits.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
It's a great Latin band.
Yeah.
right, super Latin, everything. But he loved that song, and so we grew up listening to all sorts of different rock. And one of their albums is called Making Movies.
Yeah.
And my dad used to have that hung up in our basement, so we would see that album cover a lot. And Enrique just thought, man, that'd be a cool band name. So that's kind of where it stemmed from.
Well, what has been your biggest challenge thus far in making movies? This carnation of the band, because you went through some drummers, right? Or
Yeah, there's been a lot of lineup changes up until the last maybe 2.5 years.
you've been pretty solid last 2.5 years.
How long
Yeah.
have you guys been together?
Enrique and I started the project about 4.5 years ago, maybe 5 years
Man,
ago.
I mean, that's impressive how far you've come.
Well, yeah, it's been an interesting journey, but it kind of really took form when Juan-Carlos joined, which is, like I said, about 2.5 years ago.
And what has been like the biggest obstacle? Has it been that seat that you've tried to fill?
Well, I would say probably figuring out what we really wanted to say with the music was the biggest obstacle.
All right, this is Making Movies. You can catch them at the Granada in Lawrence. Then they go to Creighton University in Omaha. They'll be at Union Station in Kansas City back on this Sunday, September 16th. If you want to check them out here locally, they're on makingmoviesband.com, and you can catch them on the Twitter and the Facebook and all that junk.
What's the track
from
2?
Ours, yes.
The track 2 is called Hangover Blues. It's
Hangover Blues.
Oh,
We're going
story
to take
of
a
my
listen to this, yeah.
story of all of our lives.
Making
Thank you guys
movies.
very much coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.